So, like 2 weeks ago, I was walking through Harvard Square, and I was waiting. What?
Harvard Square's cool, dude.
Big mistake. Don't
it's
go
great.
there. Yeah, okay.
All right, so I was like headed towards the I was around like the subway entrance, and there was a guy, right? There was like a bald, 20-something guy kicking around a soccer ball kind of near the subway entrance. And he says, "Hey," as I walk by, and I'm like, "Hey." All right. So, and I hear him like talk. I think a police officer walks by and like they chit chat or something. Like he's
reporting you.
Like he's talking to people, right? He's just saying hi to like everyone. And then I go and I do whatever it was I was doing. I don't know. And like I walk back that way because I'm going to the train. And says hi to me again. He's like, "Hi." I'm like quick, and I'm like, "Hey." And he's like, "Want to play with me?" And I'm like, "Well, no, I got a train to catch." And he's like, "Okay. Do you want my card? Do you want to follow me on Facebook?" And I'm like, "I'll take your card." And he's like, "Okay, like I got a card. I also got, I also got a little like printout here of like my latest like blog entries."
What?
And I'm like,
"What? A printout?
And
Is this real?
And I'm like, "You know what? I'll take that. Don't give me the card. Give me the full one. Give me like the full pamphlet.
Yeah.
I wanna read more." And he's like, "Okay, here you go." And I'm like, "Thanks. I'll read it on the train." So I did. Right. So I don't know. I'm gonna start reading. I won't read the whole thing, but let me I'll just try and pick
I'm
out.
fucking ready for this.
Is it okay to say like real human beings' names on the show?
Just do what they rhyme with.
I mean, this is a guy who's looking to self-promote, so I think it's okay.
I guess
I mean, you're doing him a favor, technically, right? Like, this is the whole
I'm doing
point.
it.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
But clarify,
I'm
don't
giving
make
his URL.
fun of the train guy, fans of the PCP. Don't make fun of the train guy.
Listen. I'm not even making fun of him. I think he's complex, right?
Okay.
I think he's value neutral. I think that
This is
I
some
think
4D
I would say
chess
that he's
marketing.
value
He's like an
neutral, and I
anti-hero.
think that a lot of him. I think that there's a lot to recommend him.
All
And
right.
I'm not being ironic.
I just want to
all
say right off the bat, like, this seems like a ridiculous thing to do, but him handing you a pamphlet of his paper blogs is now putting him in front of potentially almost 20,000 people.
Right,
So this strategy
he lucked
is
out.
paying off.
He lucked out with me.
That's true.
All right. The saga of Jeff continues. ... My recent trip to Mexico, Cuba, and Canada. My name
around.
My name, Jeffrey Thomas Farrell. Facebook, www.facebook.com/jeff.farrell, that's FARRELL.9699. And then there's a bunch of links to Facebook things which I assume have like the same information. And videos and stuff. Part 1, Mexico. First, I went to Mexico. Mexico City specifically. My flight from Boston was on May 11th, 2018. There was a layover in Dallas. I used Airbnb for lodging. I got a room for about $10 a night in Venustiano Carranza, right near the airport. Some of the places I frequented were the park on Calle Oriente 172 and Calle Oriente 168, Mercado Moctezuma, White and Black Coffee, and Herbalife Club Nutricional on NTE 33.
Uh-oh.
What did I do in Mexico? Well, first I concentrated on learning Spanish. I taught English for free to various people in Mercado Moctezuma.
Dude, he just
Whoa,
walked up to people and said, like, "Do you want to learn English, friend?"
Hold on.
Yeah.
I assume this guy's not a qualified teacher in any way. So he was probably just like, he walks up to someone and says hello, and they're like, I don't speak.
I mean, that seems to be his go-to strategy in general.
Hey, I mean, listen, I don't want to input. If this is interesting, I'll keep reading. But like, or should I just like cut out snippets?
Yeah, I get snippets. I don't know.
Okay. Later on, I started playing soccer in the local park. I would mostly play teenagers, but sometimes I would play with kids and adults. They would often cheer me on and call me, quote, gringo, what they call white people from the U.S.
I don't think that's what they're trying to cheer you on. I don't think that's like, gringo, come over here, please, sit down.
There's a link to a video. I played chess with people in Mexico, but
Did you watch any of these videos? Is he like a vlogger?
I have not actually looked at any of the videos.
There's a printout. How's he going to watch them?
I mean, there's links, but I haven't followed them.
You have to type out the link into fucking... all right.
That's some work.
I
needed some
chess
QR
with
codes,
people.
clearly.
Yeah.
I played chess with people in Mexico, but I played soccer more often. It was easier and more convenient to hop into soccer games than try and convince people to play me in chess. I did, however, play some chess in the airport and with people in some of the stores. Apparently, this guy, like... apparently he's tried to like make money by like challenging people to. Later on in here, he talks about how like he wants to like bet money for on chess games with people, but Americans or Bostonians specifically just aren't willing to bet more than like $1 at a time.
Okay.
Oh yeah, using blah 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 blah. Okay, something about Cuba. I think this is already onto the.
Dude, can I get a link to one of these? You want to read me a link so I can go to the fucking YouTube?
Like,
Can we
right
put this
now?
in the show notes?
Well, his name is. I mean, the link is.
Okay, I'll Google it.
Facebook.com/Jeff.Farrell.9699.
Okay, I'm really interested in this guy, but I just want to reiterate: don't like fans, don't make a muck in this guy's Facebook. He doesn't deserve it.
I mean, I don't see why they would.
Okay, hang on.
No,
He's just talking about his trip to Mexico. Like, I don't. There's nothing.
There's
nothing
gonna get
embarrassing
silly
in it
here.
so
We're gonna
far.
get silly. We might poke a little bit fun. I don't want that to translate and then sort of like
nobody.
pain
The
for this person.
Procrastinators podcast does not condone harassment.
Here. This part stands out to me.
Well, hang
Towards
on,
the-
Ben. Was it Facebook.com/JEFF? Then what?
Yeah. .FARRELL.9699.
Okay.
All right.
.9699.
Toward the end of my stay in
Got it.
Mexico, I moved into a $5 a night room in a different house. This house was very close to the other house I stayed at. Unlike the first location, I was allowed to invite guests to my room at will here. I brought Mexican women back to my room and played them in chess. Ha
Is that a euphemism, perhaps?
That is-
No, I like to
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
that he like actually did do that, and he was like trying to pass it off like it was something more than it was.
Yeah, no, I think... Well, here, he continues.
Yeah.
Speaking of women, on average, the women in Mexico City are more flirtatious than women in Boston. I suspect it is because gringos are highly sought after there. Don't get me wrong.
sure.
A lot of women... don't get me wrong. A lot of women I hung out with were just friends. The thing was, I was clearly getting much more attention in Mexico City than Boston. Now, here I am, sitting in the Boston area, 26 and single. Haha.
Haha.
I like that.
Wow.
part.
That's a riot. That's a real riot, my friend.
I like that part a lot.
This guy's
I was
just a
in
real
Mexico
go-getter.
City. I'm skipping ahead a little bit. One cultural difference is smoking is more popular here than in Boston. For example, no one in my family smokes. I was in Mexico City for about 3 months, and I learned the bulk of my Spanish there. By the end of my stay, I could say much more than "Quieres jugar ajedrez conmigo," which I'm pretty sure means "Do you want to play chess with me?" He says that he lost weight quickly in Mexico, even though he was eating the same amount. I bought a few shirts in Mexico City, like the Mario shirt and a Duff one. I also made a ton of friends there, to the degree it felt necessary to write many of my Facebook posts in Spanish. My Facebook page is
All right,
bilingual.
this is getting a
now.
little tedious.
Okay, sorry. Then he talks about Cuba.
Hey, do you
There's
want to know his
links.
favorite quote from his Facebook
Yeah.
page?
Please, God,
Yeah.
yes.
All right, check this out. All right, here's his favorite quote. When
ready.
it gets down to having to use violence, then you are playing the systems game. The establishment will irritate you, pull your beard, flick your face, and make you fight. Because once they've got you violent, then they know how to handle you. The only thing they don't know how to handle is nonviolence and humor. And let me tell you, my boy Jeff, the humor is off the charts.
What? Who is that a quote from?
It does not say who it's a quote.
Is it
himself?
Maybe it's
Is it himself? I mean, let's not jump to any conclusions.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
No, no,
himself.
no.
I'm gonna Google
Maybe
it.
it's
I'm gonna
someone
Google it.
else.
Yeah, Google. I'm sure it'll pop up if it's like legit.
Pop up. Is
Is
yeah.
there
It's a John
any
Lennon quote. It's a
reason
John
we
Lennon
can't get this
quote.
guy in the
There you go.
PCP?
Okay.
Is there any reason why we can't do that?
Oh God! Speaking of which, I've been talking to
Laserbot?
Fuck. Yeah, I've been talking to Laserbot.
Yes! Give me the
he's
Laserbot
okay,
update.
He's
Ben,
got.
it's been like a year. What's going on here?
Yeah,
No,
what
no,
the fuck?
Well, he was like, he didn't have like access to his Facebook for a while, so
Okay,
it's not
fair
all
enough.
on me. He's got another series. I think
No.
it's on YouTube. It's called
What?
Micah Rat, and he wants to talk about Micah Rat on
What
the
is it?
show.
What is it? Give me the
I haven't
101.
actually read it or watched it
Is
yet.
it a comic?
Yeah,
Is it
he
a
gave me the links.
Is it like a
I will-
YouTube comic? Is that what, or is it like a video? What is it?
I don't. I don't
Okay,
know.
we don't know.
I'm
I
sorry. I
assume
wish I
it's
could
like
tell
a-
you more, but I haven't actually looked into it.
I
yet.
assume it's
Yeah.
like one of those old MS Paint fanimes, which I love. I love that style.
Whoa.
I hope so.
If Laserbot did a fanime, I think I would like explode
Hold
from
on.
joy. That sounds
He
incredible.
would do all the voice acting himself.
Well, yeah.
Hold on.
Maybe it's Microsoft Sam to help him out.
I'm
Whoa.
Let me see if I can. Maybe I can pull it up right now. Yeah, he sent me a link to his old like YouTube channel, which apparently Okay, he's got link to the first episode. Micah Rat episode 1 part 1. I will walk you through my Whoa. Okay. So this was posted in 2010. And
Whoa.
apparently he's remaking Micah Rat, and that's what he's working on right now. But this is old Micah Rat. Warning: there has bad language. You must be 18 or older to whack this program. This program may not be suitable for younger viewers. I hope you enjoy apostrophe this program.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, and then it's basically a motion comic. You know, it looks pretty much. It looks pretty much like Tails Gets Trolled,
I'm
but
sold
you know, there's
already.
like some. It's like, you know, shot by shot, minor animation on the mouths moving. Because, you know, Tails Gets Trolled is mostly just close-up shots of faces in, like, an interminable succession.
Yeah.
And that is pretty much what this is, and there's, like, some minor animation on the,
God,
on
those
sold.
close-ups.
the
Incredible.
mouths. Yeah.
This is great.
When can we get him on?
I will, like, watch this tonight, and I will send him a message and ask if he wants to be on next week.
Yeah, do it.
Here's what we do.
yes,
We
please.
get the train guy and we get Laserbot in the same episode, and then none of us show up.
And we will link, and I will obviously. I'm going to link Micah Rat in the. I'm going to link in the description,
if-
so you viewer can be ready in case we do end up.
If we can pay train guy like $20 to pretend to be Ben Sane, and Laserbot will show up and be like,
you mean-
hey, I'm ready for the PCP, and he's like, hey, it's me, Ben Sane.
Do you mean the new story? Are you talking about the new storyteller?
No, I'm talking about the guy you met.
Fucking
That's
Jeff.
train guy.
Fucking Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I would consider him the soccer guy. 'Cause
Okay,
he
the
was
soccer guy. Okay.
he was. He was hanging out near a subway entrance, but his most dramatic features that he was kicking a soccer ball.
That's his
I-
character design. He
this is
can't be seen
fantastic.
without. He can't be
Okay,
seen without a soccer ball,
actually-
or else the silhouette doesn't convey.
There is one. I want to read the postlude. So
Okay.
at the very end, he links to some. Links to. He says he's back in America. He's living in his family's house with like the rest of his family. He says, a few days after returning to Dedham for the first time in my life, I'm noticing some gray hairs, which is quite unusual given my age, 26, and heredity. It's not that unusual. The people here also don't appreciate my soccer playing as much as in other countries. Some people are quite nice, though, and they take videos when I request them. My plans? I'm looking for quick cash. I could get a formal job.
Same, brother, same.
Aren't we all? I could get a formal job, but that takes more time. So I'm considering these options in order of preference. 1. Panhandling while juggling my soccer ball in downtown Boston, Chinatown, or Harvard.
I think you caught him out mid-practice
So apparently
for that,
he went
Ben.
with that one.
Yeah.
Apparently he went with that one.
Yeah.
2. Playing chess for money in Harvard Square. The people in Harvard Square often make very small wagers over games they play, $5 or less. I kind of want to go back, because, like, I think he's got a schedule of times he'll be there.
go back, dude.
I might go back, or, like, maybe challenge him to a chess game. Like,
Literally
I'm not
do
great
it.
at chess,
Literally
but
do
I'm-
it.
Wait,
Yeah.
Ben, is there any reason why we can't go to Boston when we're in person, get him, and take him back to your apartment to record RFCK? Is there any reason why we can't do that?
I mean, he'd have to consent to it. That's the only hurdle I can
That's a
see.
big hurdle right there.
But, you know, we
Jeff?
have ways of getting around that.
Jeff, I know you're listening to this. Let's make this. My people talk to your people, Jeff. We'll get this going.
And then 3, freelance programming work on Craigslist or a similar site. I've done this a couple times, but the gigs are hard to come by.
He's a programmer.
Yeah, he saved up money for travel by working a programming job, and
Okay.
he mentions this earlier in the thing, but I skipped it. And
Very
then 4,
cool.
teaching Spanish. The problem with this is that my Spanish is quite bad compared to native speakers.
Well,
and I
That's
feel,
a damn this cursed fate.
I
Why?
feel-
Why couldn't
and
I
I
just
feel-
speak fluent
Wait.
Spanish?
and I feel uncomfortable teaching something I'm bad at.
Well,
Fair enough.
imagine that. Unlike
Fair
these
enough.
That doesn't
other
stop people on Udemy,
public school
and it shouldn't
teachers.
stop you.
Yeah.
All right.
Got
So
him.
that's Jeff. So that's Jeff Farrell, an oddball vagrant that I met in.
What a legend.
Jeff
in
Farrell.
Harvard Square.
I mean this unironically. He sounds fascinating. I want to know
Yeah,
more.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
And there be
other
the grace
than-
of-
no.
Yeah.
It
just
takes
imagine
balls
imagine,
to just
yeah.
hand that sort of stuff out at like a train station.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
well,
be
I mean,
able
it
to do
takes
that.
ball. Like, imagine just like flying to
Takes soccer
Mexico
balls.
and like hanging out in the fucking like town square, kicking like juggling a soccer ball, like meeting like kids and adults and stuff, and like playing them in chess
And women
just-
and luring them back to your
Yeah.
house to play chess with you.
yeah,
And
yeah,
to
yeah,
just
yeah.
soundly, scold them at
I mean,
chess.
the way that he was just like hi, like at me twice, like right,
Yeah.
like 2 times I passed him, and both times he was just like, hi. And the second time he was just like, want to play with me? Like, this, I don't know.
Okay, you know what?
It's gonna sound like an insult to say that he seems like a little autistic or a little off or something, but I don't mean it in a bad way. It seems like this guy.
You know what this is? This is hashtag the new sincerity. It seems like he's sort of like missing. That's what this is.
He's not in tune with his inhibitions. Like normal people would be like scared or worried or do that in public. It seems like this guy just doesn't give a fuck, and he just wants to like go out.
I think it's a respectable thing.
Yeah.
I
like this guy a lot.
Have you guys heard the theory that we're surrounded by NPC characters in our lives, and that lots of people around us don't have souls because there was a set number of souls in the universe, and you see we just keep expanding the human population, and so not everybody has one.
There's one soul. It's the same soul, reincarnated across time in every individual. That's the Church of Transubstantiation. I invented it.
Nate,
give me.
I have semi-related to this. I've because like there's always that theory that like we're in a simulation and all that shit.
Yeah.
Right? And so like even before I heard about this like NPC thing, I always wondered about the simulation because there are many times that I'll just be out and about and I will notice like people just randomly walking around that seem to have almost identical faces to people I've seen before, and it feels like the random character generator is like starting to loop and it's like terrifying.
So often I will see someone and think, okay, I said this to a friend the other day and they laughed at me because in a way it's obvious. I said lots of people look like a combination of 2 other people. Which was dumb because everyone has 2 parents that they're a combination of. But that's not what I mean.
Fair enough.
I mean that all the time I'll see someone who's like, oh, that looks like,
agreed.
My friend Tom and my friend John. That looks like a combination of,
well, if anyone looks half like me, I feel half
and
bad
so-and-so or something. Or that looks like...
What my instincts tell me about that, which is probably true, is that we kind of pick out features that are recognizable in the people that we know in our lives.
Right. I'm sure it's like that. I mean, because like humans are great at patterns, so I'm sure like meeting a team, we just ascribe that to it. But it feels weird to just be out and about and seeing like someone who's clearly not that person that looks almost identical, but like here they are in a completely different scenario and situation, and it's just like, oh god, I'm starting to see NPCs repeat themselves. This is pretty fucked up, and it's terrifying. Ever since I saw The Truman Show, I've always been afraid that, like, I'm in The Truman Show, but, like, a virtual reality version that's way more, like, intense and, like, in-depth.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, it's like, oh, God, everything's a lie. And ever since I saw that movie, it's always in the back of my mind. And it's not even that I think, like, I'm that important. It's just, like, a terrifying thing to me to think, like, this whole thing's a joke. And everyone's watching me all the time.
Okay, I'm about to speak in really cynical, like, vocabulary, but I do not mean it in like a mean sort of way. Whenever I see those sort of people, like Soccer Guy, I always think, like, I realized too late that it would be fun to not, like, mess with him, but I would describe it as, like, mine him. To be able to, like, talk to him and, like,
to exhaust his dialogue options. Yeah.
Like, literally, like, like he's like a quest person, and I realized too late that what I should be doing, instead of just saying, like, oh, like, no thanks, just, and walking away, or instead of just, like, like, some homeless guy comes up and he's like, hey, can I have $1? I'm like, yeah, okay, and then just walk away.
What is it? It's
I should
the
talk
pissy,
to him.
What's that alt RFCK? It's the pissy baby something.
Fucker fappers.
Right. I feel like that's the pissy baby route to just be like, yeah, no, I gotta go, I can't stop. As opposed to the rowdy fucker who'd get in there, dude, and make a best friend out of this guy.
It's the pissy baby fapper fuckers. There's also the adult baby diaper lovers.
Yeah,
which is more. Hey, does my mic sound weird? Because my computer just made a weird noise at me, and now I'm worried.
You sound fine to me right now.
I sound fine?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's fine.
Does the recording look okay?
Yeah, it looks alright.
Okay. It's not only a matter of me, like, not wanting to. It's just a matter of, like, oh, wait, fuck, that was one of the people that I can do that to. It's like, you can't do that to just, like, everyone. It's not like if someone says hi to you, it's gonna be a normal person. If someone's got a guitar and they're asking for money, they might have a story. They might just be, like, a cynical, just like, oh, he's trying to make a quick buck, by lying to people or whatever. But I think there's a very good chance that people like that, like street performers, are, like, fucked up weirdos, not in a bad way.
Clearly,
they're just fucked up weirdos, and it would be fun to talk to them. It's realized too late. I just gotta be on top of that.
If you see somebody like that, they clearly have a story.
Yeah,
and,
well, that's
and there's
for
so
sure.
many
That's for sure.
opportunities that you're passing up by
This
not
guy's
investigating.
definitely got a story.
It's
What
like
about,
it's like in Mass
Like
Effect.
what compelled him?
fucking-
What compelled him to travel to Mexico, Cuba, and I forget what the third one is, and juggle his soccer ball in a public square? What compels him to do it
Like,
even now?
What's his deal? Like, how did
Yeah.
you get from like a normal human upbringing to this? It's just you know.
You know, it's possible
Exactly.
we're the ones all stuck in the box, and he's the one
That's-
thinking
that's-
outside.
that's why,
I would
you know?
agree completely.
That's
Yeah.
why I was like, no, fuck. Don't give me your card. Give me your full fucking printout.
Yeah.
I want the full story.
He's clearly much more free than we are.
Yeah,
I mean, that's true.
Well, for a while, it seems like he's run out of money, and now he's moved back home.
well, that
you know,
sucks.
it happens.
Get another plane going.
But
We'll figure
his
something out.
spirit is still free out
He
there.
can always get
And-
another programming job somewhere. I'm sure he'll be
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, what a fascinating experience to hand out your blog entries printed out in public. Like, does he
mean,
think this is going to
clearly
return
effective.
on investments? You know, doing that.
If he gets on the
You know,
PCP,
that's what I wonder. I wonder if he thinks. I wonder if this has any like monetary return for him, or if he thinks
it's going
it will,
to.
or if it's
We're
just
gonna
a
fucking
social
have him
thing.
on the show.
well,
Yeah, he's gonna make bank off of that.
yeah.
It's gonna get that sick. We're gonna pay him an exposure, and then he's gonna get tons
Yeah,
of programming.
Not to
gigs.
draw a particularly unfavorable comparison on purpose, but like this does sound fairly similar to the like need GF sign that Chris Chan would hold up and kind of you know
No, well,
only in
I
the
don't think
vaguest senses.
malicious.
no. Well, I wouldn't say it's malicious. It's just creepy. Like that.
I'm not even trying to say he's creepy. I just mean it's
well, Chris was being creepy, holding up a sign that's like, "Come and talk to me if you want to be my girlfriend." Like,
is
I don't
that
know.
so
like,
creepy though. I think it's not going to work. Obviously,
yeah.
I think
I
it's
mean,
just
it's
such
not,
a
it's not
social faux
malicious.
pas that
It's
it
not
just
bad.
comes off as
It's not
creepy.
evil, but
Well,
it's icky, and it's like, what? What?
I mean,
what are you doing?
Yeah, that's fair.
This
to say.
guy, I don't know. I don't know what the end goal is here. I wonder
It's
if he just wants more
it's like
Facebook
just
followers
very
or
raw
what.
and honest. It's just like I want to share this stuff. And that's why I put it on Facebook, and now I'm bringing it out into like the real world. You know, I'm sharing my Facebook posts in the meet.
Yeah,
I have a crazy theory. Maybe he just wants to make friends because friends are good
was thinking
and
that.
valuable and
No.
increase the worth of your
No.
life. Maybe that's
Can't
the
That's
goal.
what I
do
thought
that.
of
Can
the
you-
Chris Chan
can you
comparison,
imagine?
kind of.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
no,
no,
only
Chris Chan's
someone like
literally-
Chris Chan would want friends.
Well, no, because Chris
Yeah,
Chan's
wait,
out
yeah,
there
what
like
does
with a
that
sign,
Chris
like
Chan like
advertising
about it?
himself like for friendship, you know, with a girl, but still, same. You know.
Nate, it's not the same at all. Totally different.
All right, this
thing
is
there.
what
This guy's
is
literally
why it's-
handing out his
no, no, no,
resume
no, no,
on the
no, no.
street.
He's out.
This,
no,
he's
he's out. It's not
you're
the
wrong.
same as fucking with a girlfriend sign.
This
Jesus.
is why
What's
it's
the
different.
big difference? I don't
This
get
is
it.
why it's different because with Chris Chan, he's like imposing, like you become my girlfriend. What this guy's doing is he's just putting himself out there and
Yeah.
letting you come to him. It's totally different.
But
Being-
Chris Chan's doing that too. He's letting you come to him
Look,
with his
look.
need
No,
girlfriend.
because
no,
because
but
Chris Chan is
Chris is
starting
out
with
there.
an ask. He's
Listen.
saying like, "Be my girlfriend." That's
Yeah,
like if
I
this
would
guy was
say
saying
that-
like, "Be my friend." He's just
I would
saying like,
say
"Hey,
that- I would
do you
say
want to
that
play
the-
soccer?" It's different.
I would say that the implication of Chris's sign is that anything less than a romantic connection is unwanted and unwelcome.
Sure. Okay.
But like this guy, I'm sure if this guy got a girlfriend from doing what he's doing, that would be fine. I'm sure if he had sex with a lady
Yeah.
or whatever, wink,
Or better yet, play chess with one.
that would be fine. Yeah, or playing
Right.
chess in his hotel room.
This guy is like just looking for any kind of interaction. It's for as little
I
as
don't
just
know.
like
Maybe
taking a
it-
piece
maybe-
of paper to like
maybe it's-
being on a podcast.
Maybe there's no business goal here. Maybe it's
Yeah, I'm
just
wondering.
as simple as go out there, panhandle, because he says panhandling in the thing. Yeah, go out there, have a hat, like if people want to give you money to juggle the soccer ball, meet people, and be social, and, reap the benefits that come with that generally.
Seems totally fine. to me.
Whatever they
I
may
like
be.
it.
I want to move this from joke to reality. Literally,
Yeah.
can we, like, if we see him in Harvard Square, because I'm sure we would go there anyway, regardless. Let's
Yeah.
literally get him in an RFCK episode. There's no reason
Look,
not to. Let's
I
literally
really,
do it.
really doubt that he's gonna be down to come
Why?
to
Why?
someone's
You
house.
just go up to him and like, hey, dude, like, we
and
like
be on
your
a
blog.
podcast.
Do you want to be on a Let's Play with us? I don't think
I-
that would. I think he's the kind of guy
Okay.
that would go for that.
I agree.
I guess we could ask.
The worst
Yeah,
I
let's
don't
ask.
say
know.
is no.
Let's ask.
I don't see it. I
the
don't see it
worst you
working.
could say is yes, and then murder you in your house.
Because he's probably got plans.
He's got big plans.
Okay,
I don't
I
know.
think he's the type of person who would have a free calendar and be down to not only just come on this Let's Play for fun, but
Look.
also to like push his blog. I think
I
that-
wanna
here's what
meet
I
him.
think.
You
I
wanna
think that
meet the
he's
guy.
there. I think that he says that he needs a permit. I think that he's got a permit, and he's probably got a plan. He's going to be there from such and such time to such and such time.
Then make
and
Sounds
he's
like you're
probably
afraid,
not
Ben.
abandoned.
Then
Sounds
them.
like you're
schedule a
afraid.
time when he's free. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think we should ask. I think we should definitely ask him.
Can't hurt.
This
I-
might be the
we
adult
can ask.
baby
We
diaper
can
love
ask.
that we need.
I don't see it working out. I'd be surprised if it did, but
you're
we can ask.
pessimistic,
Sure.
Ben. You're pessimistic.
If
I
nothing
just-
else,
you know-
you should do something for Rowdy Fuckers on the spot, right there. Just turn
No,
on a
I'll tell you
camera
right
and do
now.
something.
I
We could
wouldn't
I
want
mean,
to
he
do
seems
it.
to like strangers taking videos of him.
I mean,
we could just
there you
record
go.
ourselves playing
Oh,
chess.
it
with him
will
or
be a
kicking
Let's
us-
Play of soccer. We can just do a soccer Let's Play.
A let's play of
Let's
chess.
play. You'll have
Yeah,
plenty
yeah.
of time to talk. You know.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
The only way this will fail is if he's not there. We will get some sort of RFC content if he's there, even
Well,
if it's just us recording him. But if
Just
he's
stalk
not,
his
he's not
I
there.
think
Facebook, figure out his
he has,
schedule,
like-
and intercept.
Yeah, I think he's got a schedule.
Follow the schedule.
Maybe.
then, yeah.
Or you could just, I
maybe
don't
he
know,
does.
message him on Facebook.
That's true.
Oh,
we
God.
have his contact info.
Oh God, we could do that.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. What's his Facebook?
I've got a link. I'll post it later.
Yeah,
please.
I've got the URL.
Yeah, I'm
We've
gonna
said-
DM him.
I've said
I'm
it
gonna DM
enough.
him.
All right.
Well, there you
so
go.
that's Jeff. That's Jeff the soccer guy.
Yeah. What a legend. What a sick dude.
Coming soon to a podcast
Yeah.
near you.
I sure hope so. I wait with bated breath.
That'd be pretty neat. That would be pretty fucking neat.